Hi guys, this is Kieran from the Cold Reset Official. Thought I'd do something a bit different today. I know I was going to say I was going to do a video about anxiety, but I'll explain when I get in. So, me and the wife, we went to a neurodiversity workshop, which, for those of you that don't know, neurodiversity is things like ADHD and autism. And it got me thinking that is there any benefits to ice baths for neurodiverse kids? We've got neurodiverse kids ourselves. So I've done some research. I've got it written down. So I'm going to read them out to you about the benefits. So, ice baths, also known as cold plunges, cold water immersion, are gaining interest in the neurodivergent community due to their potential benefits for both mental and physical health. While research is still emerging, here are some key ways ice baths may help individuals who are neurodivergent, such as those with ADHD, autism, anxiety disorders, or sensory processing differences. Well, the first one is about nervous system regulation. Ice baths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of your body, helping to calm the body after the initial shock. Why it matters, many neurodivergent, or I'll call it neurospicy, many neurospicy people experience dysregulation, such as meltdowns, shutdowns, and panic attacks. And cold exposure may help reset the nervous system and improve self-regulation. The second, sorry, that's my son. He's just come back from playing out with his friends.
Not came back. I'm gonna go back out and just ask
Okay.
him if I can go to the shop with Lucas.
Okay.
And stop.
Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful. Sorry about that. How it can help improve mood and reduce anxieties. The cold exposure triggers the release of endorphins, dopamine, neurochemicals linked to mood elevation and focus. Now, ADHD, kids and people with ADHD, they like to and need to chase the dopamine, as I like to say. So, as long as their dopamine triggers are high, they're happy to do things. And it matters because these neurotransmitters are often dysregulated in conditions like ADHD and autism. So, natural ways to boost them can be helpful. So, instead of medicating, or, well, I'd still say medicate, but if you want, but also things like this, natural ways can really help them. The third part that I've researched is the sensory integration and tolerance part of it. So, how it helps, cold exposure provides us intense sensory input that can organize and recalibrate the sensory system. And that matters for people with sensory processing disorder or autism. Regular cold exposure under guidance, especially if you've got kids, may help with body awareness, sensory desensitization, or even grounding during overwhelm, which it really does help, and I'd recommend 100%. The fourth part is the increased focus and mental clarity part. So, cold exposure can create a temporary state of heightened awareness and alertness, which That's quite obvious, especially if you're dunking your head in freezing cold water. And this matters because this may be useful for people with ADHD, help them feel more centered and focused, especially if used before work, school, or demanding tasks. Now, this is going to be a two-part video because I'm going to be getting my two kids, well, two of my kids, to get in and explain how it helps them. The fifth part is about emotional resilience and mindfulness, how it helps. Practicing breath control and mental stillness in cold water trains your ability to manage discomfort and stay present, which especially for ADHD and autism is fantastic to do. And it matters. This can benefit anyone with emotional dysregulation, trauma, or anxiety by building tolerance to distress, which, as I explained in a previous video, it brings you back to the present, which a lot of neurospicy people need help with. Important considerations, I made sure to put this, because you don't want to just be getting in and doing it for, well, I'm on 6 minutes. So you don't want to be doing that straight away. You want to build yourself up slowly. So starting slow, even splashing the face with cold water or doing a 30-second cold shower can be a starting point. That's how I started, cold showers every morning. Always consult a healthcare provider, especially if there are heart conditions, epilepsy, or sensory sensitivities. Now, I am going to say that it's not going to be for everyone. Some neurospicy individuals may find cold exposure too distressing, and that is okay. 100% that is okay. And if it is especially the full body, if it feels too intense, they could dunk the face in cold water. That's good vagus nerve stimulator. Cold showers, but don't go straight to freezing. Gradually decrease the temperature. Ice packs on the back of the neck or the wrists. And also a big one is breath work. Always use breath work before and during the cold exposure. That's a big one for everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you found it informative about the benefits of ice baths for neurodiverse people, then consider leaving a like and subscribing and maybe sharing, because it can be very helpful for others. Now, dunk time. Now, let's refresh, reset, and rise together. Thank you, guys.